Your bride comes a fall. Did anyone hear you call as you drove your Volvo into a canal? Oh, this is it. I love you, but I've nowhere else to go. I'm a depressio. I'm a depressio.
Burning things down. Do you think the fire and ice thing, for anybody who's listening, I don't know, have we mentioned fire and ice before? Who was?
Yeah,
was I fire?
No, I was fire. You were ice because you used to melt down, and I used to get aggressively angry about stuff and berate.
Would you say
people over
fire and
small
ice
things.
is still a thing? Fire and ice would have been a great name for a podcast.
I think I'm still the angry one, and I think you're just chilled now. You don't melt.
I was
down. You don't
angry.
melt down as much. You do sometimes have meltdowns though.
When was my last meltdown? Can you remember?
When you're overworked, if you've got too much on, if you've got too much on at any one time, there could be a meltdown incoming.
True.
I think, but yeah, I understand my anger now, though. I think it is definitely just ADHD and me just being frustrated at not understanding how to be in the world. Or
would you say you feel like an alien sometimes?
I
do. I feel like an alien a lot.
I would say that since realizing that I am probably neurodivergent, and I must say not diagnosed, but it does bring me. You've left all your sounds on, haven't you?
Of course I have.
I must say it does bring me like.
Bring me the horizon.
Just start again.
No, keep going.
It does. Well, it brings me more solace because I'm a bit more like, okay, well, it's probably just that, and I just don't know how to react to stuff. So now I just can process it a bit more, rather than before I was just very reactive because I'd be like, oh, this is just how this instantly makes me feel.
I think a lot of people are still reactive, right? I had on Leanne's birthday.
Just gone. Happy birthday, Leanne.
Nearly 29, mate. 39, sorry. Nearly the big 40 next year.
Nah, she's 29. Nearly the big 30. Come on.
Talking about people being reactive, I parked my car and I got out, and this woman just furiously beeped at me.
When was this?
Yesterday.
Parked in the middle of the road?
No, because I just got in a parking space, and as I got out of the car, she came like, I think like 30 miles an hour barreling down, and then she fucking slammed on the brakes and went, fuck out, went there. And she went, mim, and my instant reaction, I just made the beeping noise at her back.
Beep, beep.
I went, mate.
What were you wearing?
And she went, what? What was I wearing?
What were you wearing at the time?
This, I think.
It's the man, if everyone just tune into the show to see Dave's lovely colourful attire. So a man just starts beeping at her.
It's a woman. And she
no, you started beeping at her. Like you're the man.
Misunderstood.
She beeped at you first in the car, but then you mimicked her by beeping at her.
Yeah, because I was out the car. I was
making
getting out
the
car,
noises like beep beep.
And she had a window down. She's going, you fucking out. I don't even, because people in cars are so just like
angry.
It's that anger. They're in a box. They're high alert anyway because it's quite a stressful thing. And I just reacted going, meh. And she was just like, looked at me as if saying,
oh no, I've shouted at a disabled man.
I didn't know what. I was just like, what's going on? I don't care. And I really.
Why was she angry at you? What had you done? Because you said you pulled into a parking space
and then got out.
She was angry at you because you got out of the car.
I think my door
like in front
might
of her.
have been, but there was plenty of space.
Right,
there was plenty of space.
Right, so
she came barreling down.
Yeah, she was driving too fast, and you frightened her because you opened your car door,
and then she reactively just started like popping off like most people do. I dream of the day someone gets out of the car and just tells her to go at me. Now, because I'll just be like, "What's happening? Are you okay?"
Yeah.
I'd flip it all around. I would get very, quite annoyingly.
Maybe we should bring her on the podcast.
I would get annoyingly, like, therapeutic with her. I'm like, what's happening? This is not a normal reaction. And this person, and I know how annoying that would be. And there's
therapy.
And there's a part of me that knows that would annoy them. Therefore, I'm getting off on it a bit, which is kind of anti-therapy as well. But that's my new approach. Instead of like acting with anger, like fuck you, you fucking shut up, how you? Because I think that just we see that every day, don't we?
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to see more of that now. Now World War III's on.
Fucking on, innit?
It's on.
Are you ready?
I'm
ready for it.
I'm kind of thinking that we spoke about it last week with the World War III we're going to experience is going to be very different to the World Wars that have gone in the past.
Yeah. Do you think we're getting called up?
I'm thinking there's definitely going to be sponsorships. Budweiser sponsors World War III.
Especially in America.
After a long, hard day at war, come home and crack open a tasty Budweiser.
Do you have your Bluetooth connected?
I don't know. No, yeah. Feel free to connect yours.
I'll find that. Do you see that clip of Trump losing his shit and swearing?
Who's he swearing at? Is it
Just
Iran
the
and
news people.
is it Iran and
Both of
Israel?
them, yeah.
Is that when they broke the ceasefire by like, oh sorry, we didn't realize we fired off a rocket. Oh, oops.
In his again,
our bad. Didn't mean to nuke you.
Again, I don't know geopolitics, but I'm just talking from his perspective.
Trump? Are you talking Trump's perspective?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like from his perspective, he did the Buster Bunker 14 of them, wasn't there? That
right.
Like took out Iran's nuclear capabilities and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like he genuinely thought this is not my opinion. He genuinely thought that would just end it.
Yeah.
And then he said, and now we can have peace, which is kind of funny, isn't it?
Are you aware of the Iranian Revolution that happened in like the 70s?
No.
I mean, it's a bit of a mad long story. There's
Again,
loads of great podcasts about it, but basically, America interfered in the Middle East, which eventually
America interfering in the Middle East.
Yeah,
what?
well, it's Taylor's oldest time, Beauty and the Beast, Beauty in the Middle East.
There's weapons of mass destruction in Afghanistan.
Oh, it's Iraq, but yes,
Iraq,
nearly.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Afghanistan was the home of Osama bin Laden. I've been doing a lot of research into the history of these things, because I think it's important to know.
Because we love heroes and we love villains.
We do.
We do.
Beauty and the Middle East. That's America's beauty, by the way, but they're not really. They're kind of, and then the other way around, it would be like the Middle East to see them as like the ugly beast. But I was thinking about this as well. Importantly, it's a good time to have a world war because every kind of big event has it as like a dedicated official song, doesn't it? So
I really want you to continue. Say what you're saying, but you've triggered me on so many things.
Okay, I'd like to think that somebody out there is probably considering making the official anthem of World War III.
And it should be us.
It should be us. It won't be. It'll probably be like Pitbull and Sam Ryder or someone like that. Like Pitbull and Sam Ryder, the official World War III anthem, Mr. Worldwide, World War III, Mr. World War.
Mr. World War, man. Yeah, Mr. World War III.
Pitbull rebrands as Mr. World War, and then Sam Ryder singing on the verse. Maybe Kesha pops in for a bit, for old time's sake. Tick-tock on the clock, World War don't stop, no.
Nukes be flying, no. Yeah. Ow, 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 ow.
I think it's going to have like a real party anthem vibe to it as well, yeah.
I just want to play this for you. This was Trump, and this is, honestly, I think a little bit of realness slipped out.
Yeah. No.
I think a little bit, which I was like, oh, that was real, and I appreciate that.
I'm ready to go. I'm aware also, by the way, for people listening, that this entire situation for everyone is really, really shit. But if we don't laugh at it, then what else are we going to do? It's a comedy podcast.
I feel like it doesn't even need...
Doesn't need context. No.
Because
but
at this point...
But I am prefacing this just so people, if they're going, they're fucking laughing at this. They think this is funny. I'm like...
What are we going to do?
No, this isn't funny at all. This is probably the downfall of civilization, or the beginning of. It's on the rocks. It's on the rocks. But let's listen. Let's see what Trumpy says. Are you on?
Israel. When I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either, but I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake,
Sounds like
that
me
didn't land.
parenting my
I'm
children.
not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm not happy with this.
Oh, it sounds like me parenting. I mean, I've only got one child. It sounds like me parenting my child in the morning when he's screaming at me because he doesn't want the fan in the room that we've got. He wants the fan in the other room. And then when I go and get it, he screams and has a tantrum. And I'm like, there is only so much I can do for you before you have to do it for yourself. It is like,
it is a bit like from his perspective.
From
Again,
his perspective,
I don't
yeah.
even care nor know, because what's the point in caring, because you don't even know what happens in geopolitics. They're all fucking. My genuine feeling is like we
you
don't
can
know
study,
nothing.
you can study and get an overview, but even then you don't really
You're not
understand
in that room.
You're not in the room, but also I don't think you can never truly understand it from the perspective of people that have been wronged by America, from the perspective of America who think they've done nothing wrong, and then also like from the perspective of like everyone in Britain that has a different opinion to you. So you can try.
I just hear
You can try, but
Don't
that's
know
all
what
you
the
can
fuck
do.
they're doing, because he feels like he's trying to just, from his perspective, end the war, which is kind of ironic by just dropping. Like I'm like, it's so the sentence of, we've just bombed Israel
To end the war.
and to end the war.
We've bombed them to end it.
And
Yeah.
now we can have peace. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man.
This World War is brought to you by Always Maxi Pads. When you shit yourself.
The thing is, I don't think we're gonna have World War III. Like, or like,
It's gonna be like, oh man, I can't wait for the influencers. In fact, they're already happening. Have you seen the influencers on TikTok? And they put that doom sound on it. It's like, the World Federation of Health has already issued a warning that you need this wind-up torch available
Literally
now on
was about
TikTok.
I was
The
about to say
fucking
that.
emergency
Yeah.
rations box.
Yeah,
That they're
yeah.
getting you to. They're instilling you with this drone sound of fear. You need to get this wind-up torch from TikTok immediately. Otherwise, when the war breaks out, you've got your bunker, though,
I
haven't
think
you?
of
To be
it,
fair,
it's fine.
so you're all right. You've got your war bunker
Yeah.
under your stairs.
Yeah, I've got my war bunker already and prepped. It's all
Yeah,
good to go.
and that's legit as well. You actually have a war bunker.
Well, we had to get rid of the bottles because they went out of date, the bottles of water, so we've got to stock up on those. But we have everything ready.
Yeah,
We're prepared as a family.
That's good.
I'm prepared to eat the cats. I think about it.
Which one first?
Do you know my irrational fear of world wars? You know this, don't you?
The irrational fear of world wars is that you're going to eventually have to eat your own cats to survive.
No, I just have a general irrational fear, and I did have a slight...
Oh, mate, yeah, no. So we have for new listeners or for listeners that haven't listened all the way through, we have discussed previously that you are quite afraid of war, and
Yeah,
there've been
irrationally,
several nights where I think it often happens sort of late night, maybe a bit of a sugar crash,
Maybe too many coffees.
watching lots of videos on social media of like bombs and people talking about stuff, and sometimes it sends you down a hole, doesn't it? And I think that's quite common for our age,
I
because
think a lot of people,
we see so much stuff that you wouldn't have seen like 100 years ago, 50 years ago, even 30, 20 years ago. You don't see the fucking shots from guys on holiday where they're filming from their complex in Ayia Napa as missiles are fired over to Israel from Iran.
Yeah, like Cyprus is close to all that, isn't it? And
That is so. Ayia Napa's in Cyprus. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So that's, we spoke about that last week. But
We
like,
did, yeah.
you didn't see that because not everybody had a camera with 4K recording capabilities on it.
No, so I was washing up last week, and it was like, I found out on the day, because I was up quite late, and I found out the news that Trump like dropped those bombs,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Drop
that's
the bomb.
And I was like, that's kind of crazy. I looked at a bit of a news for it, then I realised what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was going, I should shut this down because I'm going to have a panic attack.
Yes.
So what I did was I stopped, and I was like, I'm glad I did that. And I went to bed, and I slept really well.
Yeah.
And I woke up the next
slept like a baby.
and I slept, and I woke up the next morning going, you know what, you handled that really well, because when the Ukraine war kicked off,
Yeah.
I was done.
Oh,
For 10 days,
yeah.
I was like, this is over. We're
remember
going
you-
into war.
I remember
we're gonna get
Ukraine being
involved.
a big trigger for you, man. Yeah,
It
yeah,
was.
yeah.
And I was like, I've dealt with that so well. That's really cool. Look how far you've come, Dave. Well done. I started doing the washing up, and then the fear crept in.
Yeah.
randomly. And I was like, but what if we do? What if we do get called up?
I mean,
What if happens?
I've definitely had it because as soon as America get involved, I'm like, it feels like more bad news is happening here. But what we need to remember is America have been warring and present militarily in the Middle East for the last 25 plus years. Like it's been on since 9/11, and 9/11 was really kind of caused by what they'd done previously, and a lot of what they've done previously is kind of just in the interest of business, shall we say.
Well, and Iran did announce that they had this resource, didn't they? Like a year back, going, "Oh, we've just found a new mine full of." I can't remember what the resource was.
Yeah. And they've got they've got nukes now.
Oh, now out of nowhere, but
they got the weapons of mass destruction. We're taking them out. We're taking their stuff.
then just think about what was being preached. 10 years prior, when it's like, like you said, Osama bin Laden weapons of mass. It's the same playbook.
I mean, that was
over and over.
Yeah, so
again.
the weapons of mass destruction that were discussed in the early 2000s were actually, it was Saddam Hussein that they said had weapons of mass destruction when actually there was none that were found. But the hunt for Osama bin Laden was actually quite legit because he was the architect for the 9/11 attacks and also had sort of encouraged a level of like pretty intense and insane terrorism.
All I will say to this
did dominate the 2000s.
All I will say to this is we love ourselves a good hero and a villain. And I think...
Well, bin Laden can be both, depending on which side of the fence you sit on.
Exactly. I think things are very grey.
Yeah.
I don't think...
Have you heard about how he fucking survived, though, bin Laden? How they got him? Have you watched the documentary on Netflix?
No.
Mate, watch the documentary on Netflix. It's sick.
I don't know if I can enjoy...
Actually, so interesting.
I don't know if I can enjoy those types of documentaries anymore. I've got to admit. Because I'm like sat there going like... But we don't know. Like, these are all just a bunch of stories that we have to believe.
What, you don't know if they got him? Or
not necessarily got him, but it's like how they tell the story. Like, did it play out like that?
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
Is the narrative really?
I mean, there's a documentary narrative to it, and obviously like a bias to it, and they've jazzed up the wording and the descriptions.
This is why I stick to my animes now, because they're just
because anime's real.
No, it's the fact that they're not real that is great.
Oh yeah.
So I live in a. It's not. I don't
Living
live
in my fantasy bubble land.
But
of anime, what
enjoyable because...
What anime are you watching at the minute, mate?
Hunter.
Hunter.
Mm.
So nice they named it twice. What's
Hunter.
happening in Hunter?
I mean,
can you tell me some of the basic premise?
God, it's all based around a boy called Gon who's looking for his father, who went off to pretty much abandon him to become a hunter.
And he's called Gon. named after his dad's profession. Gon.
I can't remember what his dad's name is.
Well, he's professionally gone.
But he finds his best friend Killua, who's an assassin, and they both. And in this universe, there are hunters in this universe, and hunters they have powers, and they go around hunting for things. They do good in the world. They also hunt for like.
Just a quick pause there, because I've
relics.
got a joke. If I was like wrote into the script, I'd be the belligerent character that goes up to him and is like, "Hey, where's your dad gone?"
Yeah, so it is kind of funny that they did name him that. There's also a problematic character like there is in every fucking anime that you just have to brush aside,
right?
Because their culture is very odd.
Right, what's the problematic?
He's called Hisoka, and if anyone's
Right.
listening to this, they'll nod and go, that's funny. He's basically a clown who, this might get us demonetized on YouTube. He's a clown character who's kind of this, he gets very excited whenever he has to fight children.
He's a pedo clown.
Pretty much, that's
Right.
what they're implying.
Right.
And it's not like a
Ronald McDonald birthday party.
It's kind of Ronald McDonald with powers, but the thing is, he's not portrayed as a good man. It's very quite evil. So they're not like saying, "Oh, this is a funny thing." And I find it very hard to get my head around when I'm watching this anime, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is such a weird for a Western kind of like."
Can we say this is Japanese, right? Anime's Japanese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm getting it right.
I think so.
Quite a spiritual people, and a lot of the time there's always kind of like a symbolism to it.
I mean, I think their culture's different over there because, right?
It's okay to
No,
be happy about fighting kids if you're in Japan.
Again, it's very weird. And
All Japanese people are pedos.
And it throws
it's fine,
me out.
It's fine. It's just what it is.
And it throws me out. And I said this,
Enjoy.
and I said this to
Sorry.
Leanne. I was like,
We're all
hey,
Hong Kong.
I said, hey, this is really throwing me off. Like, I love the show. Like, this is the whole joke around animes, and I totally get it now.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you show your best friend an anime, there's memes about this. And you go, oh, this anime's sick. Like, the story's really good. And you want to show them, like, a good part of it because you want to get them into it. And then you watch it, it's some weird, like, you go, oh,
Who's that?
Just ignore that bit.
Who's that?
Because it's always like, oh, and every anime has this
Why
weird...
Why is that pedo clown fucking those kids?
It's a weird undertone of just that. Yeah, and you're like, oh, no, just ignore that. And they're like, yeah, dude, this is fucking
Ignore the
weird.
pedo clown in the background. Like, just look at this horse drinking from the well.
I can show you some clips of... there was this anime clip what I saw because I've got getting all those in my algorithm now.
Yeah.
Where these two guys are fighting, but they're fighting like jizzing on each other. It's like, and it's so weird. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Like, who's animating this? They're like, come on, like you know what you're doing. They're like, what do you mean? It's just two guys.
I think
it's just two guys innocently fighting each other by joking their cocks.
it's so weird.
Yeah.
But the problem is like you brush all that aside. Hunter x Hunter is something like, and the animes I have watched have some of the best story writing.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is so fucking sick. But then just something will happen where you're like, oh, that's fucking weird. We'll just ignore that.
Do you think
Anyway,
there's-
and
do you
there
think-
it's only flashes of it as well. It's never like they don't linger on that story out for too long.
Does
They
it?
just
Could the entire anime exist without that bit being in
for
it?
sure.
Yeah.
This
But
is my thing as
If
well.
you
I'm like, why?
if you were to edit it, you could take that anime and just edit out the pedo clown
Yes.
bits, and the whole narrative would make sense without him.
Still, or you could just have him be an evil character, but not be like attracted to kids. And I was just like, but it's there. But
every evil character is attracted to kids.
what I did was because I got quite distressed by it. I actually went to Reddit and I was like, I need someone to explain that. Am I missing
Yeah.
something here?
What's the symbolism of
what
the
is
pedo
this?
clown?
Do I need to be? I'm conflicted because I want to watch this anime, but then it's got just these weird undertones. And
You've got to be careful what you're googling as well.
of course, but no.
Yeah.
All I did was write Hisoka clown.
Yeah, problematic.
Problematic.
Yeah.
And it was like that. And in Reddit come up and there's a post. And there's this woman from Japan, this lady, and she explained, she was like,
I
what-
know Hisoka the clown.
no, she's just like the culture around what you got to remember is with Japan, it's not great culture, but and it's slowly shifting now.
What, Japan's not a great culture, or
In terms of women and in terms of
the
like,
way that they think about women. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
So it's
I
like-
didn't know this. I thought they were progressive people. The home of Nintendo.
But she made a good point, like saying, you know, like Japanese artists, like when they're like young girls, it's like, hey, look at that, and they've got like those Japanese kind of pop. It's Japanese pop.
Right. Yeah.
And what are the fans of these Japanese pop? Because when we have fans of like Girls Aloud here, or name another like,
Well, I could get like a girly group, One Direction.
or not even One Direction, name a girl band.
Oh, a Spice Girls, All Saints,
Younger.
Sugar Babes,
But they're all liked by, it's mostly like female fans,
teenage.
right?
Yeah.
Teenage.
Little Mix.
Little Mix,
There you
great
go.
example.
Teenage girls or young girls and their mums. Yeah.
Japan, very different. Older men.
Oh no.
It's that line up outside wanting autographs. And she says, what you got to get your head around is, yes, it's creepy, but also it's like they find cutesy,
Like hot. Oh, that's
not
hot.
like kind of attractive.
Is
They
that like
find it more of
is that
a-
like when there's schoolgirl porn, but the schoolgirls are like 35
then
years
you
old?
cut- exactly that. And they're trying to, and it's a weird culture, and she understands it's weird, and she does it. She goes, living there as a woman is kind of weird, and the culture around Japan is kind of weird, and it is slowly changing. And this anime
Yeah.
I'm watching currently is like about 15, 20 years old.
Oh, so it's dated. Oh, so it was of its time. It was of its time.
This is the thing as well.
Hey,
yeah.
oh, you can't judge a man for writing a pedo clown character in 2010.
Because Gon,
you cannot judge him.
Gon the kid is
Yeah.
14 years old. And he's just in the story arc, which I'm watching now, because animes are in arcs. And the
Yeah.
arc that I'm going now, he's lost his powers, whatever, it doesn't matter. But what has happened is
More vulnerable.
this girl has come along, this woman.
Yeah.
She's 20, I think she even says, but she's just obsessed with going on a date with any man.
Yeah.
And she goes on a date with Gon, and they imply Gon says, "Oh, we can't be alone together."
Yeah.
So it was like an older woman and a boy.
Because I'm afraid of you.
Yeah, and
Your
it's
devil
so
vagina magic.
it's so weird that I'm just, as a Western guy, I'm like, just a bit odd that this is a thing.
Yeah. Well, in Western culture, he would be what's called a legend, wouldn't he?
Yeah, we'd be like,
yeah.
"Whoa,
Oh,
like,
fucking
whoa."
14 years old going on a date with a fucking 25-year-old. Fucking legend. Little legend. That's the reverse pedo arcs in Western civilization where, you know, like there's like schoolboys that were seduced by their teachers and stuff like that. Have you seen those?
Yes.
Yeah, there's like a history teacher or something that seduced like two 14-year-old schoolboys. And all the men are like, I don't see the problem with that at all. Whereas if it's the other way round, you know, history teacher seduces two 14-year-old girls. Mega pedo, burn his house down. Like,
I think there's reasons behind that because, like, and I don't think it's correct. It's such a backwards way of thinking, but the cultural aspect of it.
Both are horrific.
On paper,
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
Both are horrific scenarios.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, are our kids ever truly safe, David, in school?
Who knows? I often think when you think about that, it's like, are your kids safe? And I think of that skit on years ago. What is it? Oh, fuck. I can't remember what it's called now.
Brass eye.
Brass eye, yeah.
Are
He's
your
like,
kids
his
safe?
kids in a drawer.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
just like slides them away.
Yeah.
And the paedophile dressed as a playground.
Yes, yeah.
That was the funniest. And I still think I'd laugh at that to this day.
Yeah.
See, when
I
remember
still
he was in
do
that
laugh at
park?
it to this day. Yeah, yeah.
You're a nonce.
You're nuts.
You're a slot badger.
Yeah.
You're the crazy world of Arthur Brown.
It's so good. If
It's so good.
anybody listening has never seen that, I'll be really surprised. But yeah, go and see it. Go and watch it on
Especially at
YouTube.
our age, it's like, yeah, I never watched it until later on. I missed it, but then I went back to it on YouTube.
But
It's
I
called
think
Brass Eye. And it was like
we weren't old enough to watch it when it came
No,
out.
God,
We
no.
were too young, so I think we watched it at the appropriate time, really. But yeah, like it's fantastic, man.
That was one of mine and Leanne's bonding points when we were first started going out. It's like, have you seen Brass Eye? And it came up and was like, that, Vic and Bob Mortimer,
Yeah,
Always Sunny, she showed me. They were all our like kind
Yeah.
of crossover humour things, which is very good for us.
I was really happy when you got into Always Sunny because I think I've been trying to get you to watch it for a couple of years.
Then I
and
had
think,
to have a sexy woman get me into
I
it.
think you had a woman with tattoos come and she was like, she'd come along and she's like, have you seen the Macho Man?
And you're
Savage
sat-
tattoo? Like, I'll watch anything you want.
I
I'll
love
watch
you.
anything you
Woo.
want.
Yeah, and you're like, I've been telling you, Dave, for years. And yes, Always Sunny slid easily into my top 10.
Yeah, it's so good. I mean, I would
Shows
say
of all
so
time.
good. Series 2 to I don't know, like
Who's your favorite? Because you told me to skip one, I believe.
I think initially I said
I did skip one. I started 2 when
I
Frank
think initially I
comes in
said
and-
start from series 2 because Danny DeVito
as Frank.
changed the show
He did.
entirely. And then I think after you've seen it with Danny DeVito in it, you can appreciate the characters on their own in series 1 because there's still some really good moments in it. But what I was going to say is, if you were to like, as a Western man, do you think there's like scope for like Western anime?
No.
No,
Because I think it's a very Japanese thing. And I think, I mean, there is. Of course, a Western could do anime. And I think
Yeah.
maybe one has. And I think we do have. But they're called animations. And
animations.
they get very. It's like people. I started to watch.
There's not enough pedo clowns in this for me.
It's so weird, man. Just
Can we
takes you out
do
of
some
it.
anime?
Well, do you agree with Leanne on this part? Because she did make me think of it in a different way. Because I was like, I'm having trouble. Like this Osaka character is just fucking weird, man.
Right.
And he's not portrayed as like a good man. But Leanne was like, yeah, but how is that any different from Family Guy portraying Herbert the pervert?
That's a very good point.
And we laugh at it. We go, ha, look at him. It's hot boy.
Yeah.
Ooh. But we laugh.
Oh,
and
lady, you son of a bitch.
you got a very good impression of him.
It's
Son of a bitch. I can't do it.
yeah.
And I was
No,
like,
do you know what?
oh,
It's a really
good
good
point.
It is a really good point. Hey, it was of its time, mate. It was of its time, you know. You've got to bear in mind that
No, but
was
Family Guy's
you've got
still
to bear in
doing
mind
that.
that was 20 years ago. Is it? Is Family Guy still going?
I think so. Is it? I don't know.
Fucking hell.
Let's
I mean,
Google that.
it's definitely still on ITV2 late at night for some reason.
Mate, Family Guy's, you hear that intro and you just get a bit warm, don't you? You know, South Park and Family Guy, they don't like each other.
Lucky there's a Family Guy. Oh, do you know what? The first 3 series of Family Guy are really good.
I think American Dad's better just because of
Roger. I agree.
Yeah. Who was your favorite? I wanted to ask you, who was your favorite Sonny character?
My favorite Sonny character is Dennis for sure.
Really?
I mean, it was Charlie for a very, very long time.
Mine was always Dennis.
I think Charlie's kind of almost the obvious choice. Max an annoying character.
Just to interrupt,
and annoying
February
in real
16th,
life.
2025. Still going, Family Guy.
Fucking hell, man. Like,
say that again, sorry, that last part.
I think Max an annoying character, so I don't think many people often like him. I think he has moments when people like him, like Fat Mac is good.
Fat Mac was better than Finn Mac, I believe, but he's
Then
still
we're, like,
kind of pulled it
laughing
off
at
a little
him
bit.
more than anything.
I was always Dennis for me. He slowly just, I mean, Charlie's lovable, but Dennis is just crazy, and that's my kind of humor.
The more evil and twisted Dennis gets,
unhinged, man.
and the longer it goes on, the more unhinged he becomes.
The implication, that whole thing.
It's all fantastic. I mean, Frank as well is probably
Frank's good.
He's up there as well. It's very close second. I've got a character I'd like to pitch to you though. Somebody that I met the other day, Halitosis Busman.
Oh shit, strong.
Do you think that could be our first foray into anime? Western anime.
Halitosis Busman as an anime is fucking sick.
I don't know what that is in Japanese. Maybe I'll translate it.
Have you? There's so many. I'm just thinking of the intro and the outro, which every arc has a different outro song. I'm thinking of the intro. What is his Halitosis Busman?
Well, I kind of think so. The man in question sat behind me on the bus on the way home the other day, and his halitosis was so smelly that I had to move, because every time he exhaled, which was quite often, he was just going, and then I'd just get the whiff, like the rotten dead tooth would just whiff over me.
It's such a unique smell as well.
It was so strong that I was
halitosis.
Like,
everybody smelt that as well.
I couldn't sit in it. I could. And it was hot day, and he was wearing a faux leather jacket as well. So halitosis and faux leather. I had to move 2 seats in front of me. But then I was thinking, I wonder if he just gets on buses and just rides around looking for anyone that can put up with this halitosis.
I think,
and this could be his journey. The anime could be his journey to finding friends, companions.
Oh, so do you think it's more of a, because with my animes, I really like a story of someone getting stronger.
It's his journey, yeah.
Yeah, someone's journey getting stronger, building up their muscle, fighting, power levels is my thing.
Yeah.
In anime, where you always find someone that's powerful than you, and then this new character comes along, you don't know how powerful they are. But then the character that you're following is getting more and more powerful. You don't know if he's going to win. Is Halitosis Man
he meets somebody else with worse breath than him? Like somebody gets on the bus, is just lunged in 50 ciggies, and
so there's different because there is Chainsaw Man, isn't there? And then Halitosis Man,
Halitosis Busman, yeah.
I think his breath, he can breathe on people and they have hallucinations and stuff. That's one of his powers. Oh my god! Oh, and it gets into his fuck. And then
certainly clears the crowds walking around him.
I'd have to think about his story arc.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, halitosis though is such a. I mean, I've had a rotten tooth before, and Leanne had to tell me to we got to go to the dentist. I did.
It needs to be got rid of.
But it is a fucking bad. Yeah,
it's a bad odor.
It is terrible. Yeah. When somebody has halitosis, it's such a unique smell. Listen, I wanted to ask you something. You did that 50 Sniffs X window kid thing, didn't you?
Yeah.
I scrolled through and I genuinely wasn't blowing smoke up your ass. I genuinely think that was the best one that I've heard. It needs way more fucking plays than I don't like.
Well, if you're listening to this, go to our TikTok and tag Window Kid in it, because Steve's Factory, aka Toddler, did respond.
Toddler T responded.
Well, the Steve's Factory is Toddler's production house.
All right.
And so when Window Kid said do the duo or whatever it is it called a duet?
Yeah,
duet. On TikTok.
Yeah,
not duo. I'm so fucking old. So I figured out how to do the duet. I couldn't do it with AirPods in because it goes out of time.
Yeah, I thought about this. I even thought I wish I was around with a camera so we could have done it and a microphone where we record it properly and then we do a bit of a music video for it as well.
The thing is, I could have done more with it, but I was like, I'll just do the duet and then it's just done. At least it's done. But yeah, T responded because it did say like tag everyone in it, but Window Kid did not respond. No likes.
He probably haven't even seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he probably gets
go to it, tag him in it.
I would guess if he had seen it, he would have like been mad respect because it's like it's genuinely like clever. I can't like go through the lyrics because I forget. I just remember how fucking good it was.
Thank you.
But like I wanted to ask you like how like when you write something like that, like where do you spend like how long did that take you for that bit?
When I write a rap verse, usually what I start with is like the opening line. And then the opening line sort of generally dictates like how the rest of the verse goes. And so I was listening to what his sign-off lines were on his version, which were giving me sort of...
What's the 50s? How did you...
So he...
Do the 50 sniffs, but it's me...
He signs off his...
50SN. What did you...
He signs off his rap with...
Actually, let's just...
I'm the one you sold that whiff to.
Let me.
And
I tell you what, for the audio listeners, we're just going to play it, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
we'll just play it through.
Because
so Window Kid. If you don't know who Window Kid is, he's a TikTok superstar and rapper. But became quite famous for doing like stupidly funny videos on TikTok.
He's just an English MC, really.
Down in pints of Guinness and responding to provocative videos with where's that
then?
Was that in the UK or?
He's just had a banging hit called fucking Rambling Bars with Toddler T.
He's just done, so Toddler T, Sheffield, big up, has produced a track by Window Kid called Rambling Bars. Important thing to note about Window Kid as well is he was a very, very heavy drinker, got pancreatitis, was really poorly and nearly died, and is now completely sober, back at it and making music more ferociously than ever. And this tune... he's put out called Rambling Bars. He's done like an open verse challenge on TikTok where he set it up for anybody to duet with him and do a verse after his verse, which is what I've done on our Depressed CEOs as my alter ego 50 Sniffs.
From Boston. Rep Boston.
0121.
That shit too. Coldplay guy couldn't fix me, it's true. I'm the guy that you sold that whiff to. And I'm also
Absolute beat, by the way.
Window K, 50 Sniffs, Boston in the house. I'm the one that sold that whiff. 5 to the O, S to the N, I double F S, that's 50 Sniffs. Bigger in the game than your mum's fat clit. I've slung out more bags than the tip. Me and Window, we used to get lit. Now I'm skint cause he's off the shit, so I'm back living on my benefits. Window's clean, I ain't no squeegee. This cunt's staying alive like a BG. Not his only fan, you pay to see me. Sewn up the game like Mo was on easy. Blessing your algo, like it sneezed. Making your burger weak at the knees. Greg shook down, but he's no pastry. Not drinking in bars, but he's keeping them tasty.
Rambling.
So
Greg shut down.
that's his name.
Yeah, because he calls himself
Yeah.
Greg.
So for those who don't know,
Greg shut down, but it's
So and
just,
then
how do you come up with it?
so to start a verse.
Where does it come from, man?
So I listened to what he was saying. So I was like, I want to like do a callback almost to what he said, but then that also sets up like the premise of the verse almost. Because his last lines are, I'm the one you sold that whiff to, and I've still got drip too, big zoo.
And you're like,
so then I was like,
sold in the whiff.
I'm the one that sold that whiff, 5 to the O, S to the N, I double F S.
But
that's like
I
the
don't
old...
think you appreciate, like, as a person who can't, I don't do that, nor can. It's kind of appreciate, like, I don't know.
But that's like, it's like, everything that I like about hip hop MCing from the back in the old days, like they used to spell their names out. In fact, it's almost like do you know the tune Super Sharp Shooter?
No.
The S, the U, the P, the E, the R, the S, the H, the O, the T,
Kind of.
the E, the R. It's like, it's a jungle tune. It's an old jungle tune, but I love that. So when I get an opportunity to be like, I'm the one that sold that whiff, I could have just said, my name's 50 Sniffs, but it's not as strong as as you roll out a fucking proper old school MC, 5 to the O, S to the N, I double F S, and it shows your kind of ability to spit as well quite quickly.
I think
I'm quite a decent MC if I try, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like
I think
I'm happy to admit that. Like, bring it on. Like, if anyone wants to challenge me, by the way, I'm an all right MC.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all right.
I got excited watching that because I'm like, oh, he's back then.
Yeah, well, that was the reaction from quite a lot of people. They were like,
Oh,
well,
shit.
and they were like, and we want more, like more now.
And then someone
More
said
now.
Glidodrome, and then you said, yeah, I saw your comment saying, yeah, I'm sure the 40 people that went
would be up for another one.
up for another one.
Yeah,
Glider,
yeah.
what you say?
Yeah. I'll tag them back in it. Yeah. So then my perspective on that verse then was like, I'm the one that sold that whiff. I'm the one you sold that whiff to. So I was like, right. So I'm the guy that sold him the whiff. That's my name. And I'm big in the game, like your mum's fat clit.
You could have said tits, but you went for the hard C.
I like fat clit because it just gives a good visceral.
My dumb brain goes like tits,
and like the game,
which
as
is
well.
the obvious, but you went clit.
And the game as well, like referring to prostitution. So I'm calling your mum a prosy, and I'm saying she's got a fat clit. So
then the
there's
Greg's,
that.
the pastry, in reference
what was
to the
next?
double.
I can't remember. Bigger in the game, your mum's fat clit. Then I started talking. So I was trying to work in basically like euphemisms for window kid being clean. So like,
Hold on,
Windows.
one more.
5 to the O, S to the N, I double F, S, that's 50 sniffs. Bigger in the game than your mum's fat clit. I've slung out more bags than the tip.
I've slung out more bags than the tip because I'm.
Me and Window used to get lit.
Me and Window we used to get lit.
We used to get lit. Now I'm skint because he's off the shit.
Now I'm
so
skint
back
'cause
living
he's
on my benefits.
off the
Windows
bags.
Clean, I ain't no
Windows clean, I ain't no squeegee.
Windows clean
Windows clean squeegee.
because he's sober. Windows clean, but I ain't no squeegee because I'm not a
just
window cleaner.
I'm sorry to suck you off, but so clever, man.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
clever.
And
I mean, yeah, just crazy.
I don't know where that comes from, by the way.
Where does yeah, this is
because
where I wanted to hit
because
on
I guess
is like,
I guess I stand there and I'm like, right.
Windows clean.
What's a good? I was like,
we're washing windows.
What's a good play on like Like, what can I say about window? So I'm like, Windows clean. Oh, window
Because
clean.
he's
Like
clean.
window
Window clean.
Like some of this stuff for people that write lyrics or whatever, or people that like really love wordplay and poetry and all that shit. They'll be like, this isn't that deep though. Like he's just reacting to whatever. But I guess there's a level of like writing something that's like really poignant and really descriptive and really flowery, but then also lay it on a fat beat and like the intonation of your voice and everything.
So where we kind of our things overlap is like I'm still way more of like a sound guy, right?
How it sounds.
And I wanted MLK on the podcast
Yes, yeah.
because
Try and get him on.
And I would ask him about. He's probably in my top 10 albums.
Yeah,
That album.
Yeah.
Because he did a song called Space Hopper on that album.
Yeah,
if you remember
love that tune. Yeah.
And
it's
I
really
remember,
good.
like, I boy off to Leanne because of the production on it. I play it in my car, and as someone who is a sound man,
Yeah.
because you're a lyric guy, I'm more of a.
I am a lyric guy, but I'm also over the years. One thing that I've noticed is it's not just the lyrics; it's how they're said. Like it's the tone of the voice. That's why.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get more into lyrics. I would never be as good because I don't have the years of experience. I think I would be way more better at like writing new beats now.
Yeah.
Because I'll come at it from a different angle, and I will open Pandora's box one day. I've already asked Trunk for the keyboard back.
Nice.
And it's weird because music's kind of very personal. But I would ask, but I'm more of a sound guy where I related to you is this like because you with lyrics you're like, oh, to someone who's like, oh, it's not that deep, whatever.
Yeah.
But someone who isn't into lyrics, I'm like, oh, that's fucking clever. And I think you should give yourself more props because it is clever.
No, thank you, mate. I appreciate it.
But like, I would say
Thank
that about
you.
MK where there's a part in Space Hopper where he just takes out all the bass.
Yeah.
Like, he
It's
takes
just
out
like-
all the low end. It's like dun 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 dun. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, why did he do that?
Just the switch.
Just that little switch up of like, just all he did was take all the low end out.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? That just switched for me. It only happens in one section of the song. He never goes back to it. And I'm just like, that is like, as art, because art's very subjective.
Yeah.
That to me was just like one of the best like pieces of production. I was like, why did you? I would love to sit down and be like, what made you just kind of go?
Some of my
"Fuck
favorite
it."
parts in songs are where like generally like everything drops out. Like it might be like a build up to something, In fact, one of your tunes that you made was great. What was the one? It was that fucking skank. But in the middle of it, there's just like the Mario mushroom power up, and like when everything drops out and then just something happens, even if it's like a little pop or a click or a
just to keep you interested, right?
Like they're called hooks, right? They literally are hooks, and like every good pop song has like the hook is not just the lyrics, not just the chorus, but it's like every little drop is just jammed full of hooks.
Maybe I think 50 Sniffs comes back, but not the way that he.
Baby, I think that the writing's on the wall for that. It's already happened.
I think it's just going to have to be me and you. I'll produce.
Yeah.
I'll be your touring road DJ along with, depressed CEOs that we've got to do.
Yeah.
But this is a good platform.
Just add more work. Add more work in. Yeah,
to the baby that you've got.
Why not? It's all good. Yeah.
To your whole life.
It's all good. Yeah.
It's I don't know. I have this weird feeling that we need to
maybe it's not 50 Sniffs anymore. Maybe it's the same character but like just Sniffs.
Do you still think? Because I also thought the nod to Boston. Can we just quickly slip that in?
Yeah.
This cunt staying alive like a BG, not his only fan. You pay to see me, sewn up the game like.
Not his only fan, but you pay to see me.
Not his own.
Only
yeah.
fans.
What is it? Windows clean, ain't no squeegee.
That's a reference to OnlyFans, right?
Also, this cunt staying alive like a BG. That's like a reference to him nearly dying,
Yes.
but he stayed alive like a BG.
Staying alive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just really good. Not his only fan, but you.
Not his
paid to
only
see
fan,
me.
but you paid to see me.
OnlyFans, paying OnlyFans.
There you go. Yeah.
Beautiful. Sewn up the game. Mode was on easy.
Sewn up the game like
easy.
mode was on easy. Yeah.
Easy mode.
Yeah.
Was on easy, blessing your algo like it sneezed, making your burger weak at the knees.
Making your burger weak at the knees is pretty simple, but
your algo blessing
blessing your algo like it sneezed. Big up Ed Farmer, who's coming on the pod in a couple of weeks to talk to us, but he messaged me saying that line, that was the one. Blessing your algo like it sneezed was the one. But
down, but he's no pastry, not drinking in bars, but he's keeping them tasty.
Again,
So
it's
good.
sobriety at the end, isn't it? Greg shut down, as in like when you say someone's shut down, it's like the verses are so good that it's a shutdown.
Shut down. I think that goes
So
without
if you
saying,
say
yeah.
Greg's shut down, but he ain't no pastry, obviously Greg's. And then
Because his name's Greg.
yeah, not drinking in bars, like bars being the verses, but he's keeping them tasty.
If he
Right?
saw that, man,
Come
I
on.
genuinely believe he hasn't seen that, because if he did, I think he would have had a response. Do you know what I think's a shame? I think there's no offense to anybody, but this is just my opinion and take it for what it is. I think there are weaker verses, but they've had better production.
Yeah.
Therefore,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
get more or bigger platforms as well, because our 50 Sniffs platform on TikTok is non-existent. It's we have to do it through the CEOs thing. Whereas the Instagram,
But I think,
we have.
the platforms on TikTok are there or thereabouts the same, though.
Yeah, but we have to promote it through depressed CEOs, which is the algorithm is completely different.
Yeah, no, that's true, actually, to be fair.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
therefore,
Yeah.
if we had the Sniffs account, it would have been.
Well,
different,
I mean,
think.
I'll just start a new one.
Yeah,
Yeah, 50 Sniffs new.
yeah. The real one.
That's
Blue
kind
tick.
of funny though, because he is the kind of person that would lose his account.
It is. Yeah,
Lost the password, mate. Had to do a new one.
I think
50 Sniffs
I
one.
think there is like a cool rebirth there, and I think it could potentially, and I think repping Boston and still trying to
love
put it
that.
on the map.
I do love that character. I've been doing it for 20 years. I do love that character, you know.
I think trying to also maybe the arc, because I always thought about how could 50 Sniffs come back, and for me,
It's funnier that we're older.
I
It's
think
funnier that we're
I think
older and we're
now
still
for
doing
me, I think now you still want to keep putting Boston on the map, and
Yeah.
I think because I'm in love with Boston a lot more than I used to be. I think I'm a lot more
Yeah.
nostalgic than I used to be because you've instilled that in me. And
Because
I
you don't have
think
to live there anymore.
plus,
well.
but plus I used to have this stigma around 50 Sniffs. Like I always thought it was sad that we were older and like coming back to doing it. But it's like
I
that's
think
not
there's,
the point.
I think also there's a sweet spot, right? Because you get to the point where you, like in our 20s, in our mid 20s, we were like, oh, maybe we're a bit old to be doing this because we didn't really see where it was going to go. Whereas now we're nearly in our 40s. I'm like, oh no, it got funny again now. because it's not like
I think I
it's
just
not
don't
like we're
care.
slowly. Yeah, well, there's an element of that to it.
I was like,
It was
yeah,
like
I
there
was
was a
doing
point
it
where we were
for
like
fun.
slowly aging, like, oh, you're a bit old, you're a bit old, you're a bit old, you're a bit old. You're not really current anymore. And now that's the sweet spot because I'm like, we're really not current anymore,
No.
and that's the whole point. Like, and that's why it's funny, and that's why the skits are good, and that's why like all that other shit's good. Like, I genuinely think now is probably a better time than ever to do it, and also be really good with it.
I've always wanted to go back to music, and
Oh, here you go.
I've always needed an excuse, and I think I could make something for you that, and I think if you gave me a bit of free reign,
Yeah.
I think I could take it to a place where because
When are you going to find the time to do this in between all your other stuff, though?
I can make time.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think
Put
I
schedule
would.
in a few
I
hours.
have an idea in terms of like where I like that world of like, and I know you're like, ugh, I don't know about that. Like Baby No Money and all that kind of like.
I never said that I didn't like that. Well, by the way.
Okay,
This
maybe
is
I misspoke.
This
then.
is very much an off-pod conversation for sure, but like
What? I'm
fans
scared.
of 50 Sniffs will be very happy to hear that we're gonna be doing some new bits, I guess.
Maybe.
Because well, no, I think
You think it's gonna happen?
I think
Do you
this-
think the?
I think that's the discussion
I think the universe is
live on the pod that we're gonna do some bits, but it might not look exactly how it looked, but it will be along the same lines. And
I am not.
the characters
MCing.
will be the same.
No.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's
There'll
fine.
be not a world where, because I was just never good at it.
I think that's fine.
Remember in
I
that
think we
shed
can-
about how many times I had to try and remember.
But when
my
you
lines.
got it, it was got then. So
It's
I mean-
fine.
I mean,
It's
also I think
passable.
like what I would say is when you write for other people, you write in your own style. If you listen to Dr. Dre's albums that Eminem wrote for him, and you listen to his albums that Kendrick wrote for him, the way that he raps, you could hear it in Eminem's voice, or you could hear it in Kendrick's voice. In fact, the album before Eminem wrote for him, I must admit, Snoop wrote for him. You can hear it in Snoop's voice because the whole style is like Snoop. Duets with Snoop on a lot of the tracks. There's Still Dre. Jay-Z wrote that for him, the lyrics, and you can hear it in Jay-Z's. You could hear Jay-Z rapping it if you think about the lyrics. So, have you got any more bits for me? Because I've got a couple of
I was
questions
going
for
to
you.
just say, be wary, man, because there'd be scammers out there that are getting very, what's the word I'm looking for? Nefarious. It's just like one of my friends got scammed out of money from his bank account, and what
Right.
happened was he saw a £15 like charge on his card, and he was like, "I don't recognise this." And what do? You ring up your bank, right?
Yeah.
You're like, "Hey." He was in the app. He's in the Santander app, and he was like, "Oh, better ring Santander." Presses the actual button within the app to ring Santander. On the phone to Santander. Santander was like, "Yeah, this is a weird mischarge. We'll make sure. What's your account information?" Blah blah. Says all this, blah blah blah. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know what it is. Just," and they go, "We'll remove it. We'll sort it out. Don't worry about it." But turns out, then he has another 1,000 taken out of his account,
Aye.
and he's like, "Whoa!"
Oh fuck! They infiltrated his Santander app.
So this is
Well,
where
I said Santander,
he was
so
in. He
fucking
was in.
weird
He
then.
was stressed out, and it was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I
Yeah.
rang, and he's double checking the app. He's double checking the number. It's like an official number. Like, was this guy a scam?
Jesus.
Turns out he found out. We got the text this morning. He was saying like, it turns out someone intercepted on his call and was listening in.
Oh fuck! Okay.
So like, be wary out there if you're.
So you
listening
can't
to this,
even
like,
call your own bank now.
If you're gonna do anything like that, go in bank now. That's where I was like,
Go-
if I
Go in bank.
just go in bank.
Yeah, good luck with that as well, because they've closed like literally every branch of the bank. They're like everywhere.
I
It's
wonder
like,
why.
Yeah. Because nobody goes into the bank anymore.
That's a bit ominous, though, isn't it?
Go in bank.
Can't get your money out anymore. Anyway, that's
No, you-
conspiracies.
You can still get your money out.
But
mate.
anyway, yeah. But how crazy is that?
It's like when you accused the NHS of being the world's biggest drug dealers last week.
I,
That's fucked up.
that's wild. Isn't
What
it?
was the £15 charge?
I think
He's probably
think
bought
that was the
something on
initial.
fucking
No. I
Fortnite
think
there.
that's the initiator. They know. They genuinely was like,
We'll get that.
we'll get that, and then wait for him.
But then surely if they've got that, then they've already got his details, so they could have just taken out
True.
however much they wanted.
Maybe it's more of an interception of his phone, and somebody like I mean, that's like MI5 shit. That's like Mission Impossible, like listening in. Like, what the fuck? You don't think someone's just listening into your bank call. And they took down the details and then just was like, right, we've got access to his account. We're just going to pull stuff out. So that's crazy that people can do that.
I see a business opportunity, if anything.
Of course you do.
This has inspired me to make a bit of money. Can you do an app? Something like you can do you're the tech guy. You make the tech happen, and I'll do the
what?
I'll do the phone call. I'll be like, oh, hey, welcome
Hello
to
there.
Santander. Yeah, hey, what's your details? Fucking rule. Well, nice weather we're having today.
We thought it was the geezer who was on the phone, like just talking about. He was like, oh, he seemed kind of like normal, which is crazy.
It seemed normal. They all do. They all do.
They all do, don't they?
They're all just humans, just working in a call centre.
Yes.
Probably been out last night, had a few pints. Couldn't be arsed. Probably got you on loudspeaker. Probably giving you bank details to his mate.
Probably.
That's the next bag, innit?
That's the next bag. Rambling
bars.
I could make a beat like that.
Do it. Just do it then.
Mine will be. I want to experiment.
Let's talk more action.
It'll be very weird.
This is the problem. Maybe the beats will be too weird. My lyrics will be too woke.
No. I think together we would have a good finger on the pulse of what's good. Not necessarily like, oh, we're just going to follow the crowd a bit, but more like that. I think that will work. And if I don't think something will work, I will tell you. I think we need to. I think together we can.
It's nice to have a sounding board. I think of somebody that knows what they're doing. And
both sides.
Both do. Yeah.
Both sides. You'll be like, with my production, you'll be like, let's take that out, and then with your lyrics, I'll be like, I think it should be about this way. And I think everything's a collaborative effort, isn't it?
Yes. I have a couple of questions for you.
Fire away.
Do you think this might be the most British thing ever, that our kettles are measured in cups of tea?
The most British thing ever.
I think that might be the most British thing ever. I was looking at my kettle this morning.
Yeah, that's true, right?
And it's like 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup, 4 cup.
Yeah, but like...
in other countries, do you reckon it's just like you've got a kettle and it's like 1.5 litres?
You do know like their main
do they have kettles in other countries?
Do you know in the main measurement of like America is cups? When they're measuring out anything.
like a cup of water. Yeah. But do you reckon that's...
a cup of anything.
Do you reckon that's what it is, a cup? That's fucking stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, but the measurement of a cup is not like a British cup.
Yeah, it's like a certain amount of... But like, do they just have a cup? Does America have a cup that this is 1 cup's worth?
Yeah, I know what
like a standard unit cup.
Yeah,
what is it in millilitres?
I don't know what it is in millilitres.
Why would you not just use millilitres? Doesn't make sense to me.
I kind of like cup.
Yeah,
you've got like this thing. You know what it is? I weighed it. I weighed it out.
The balls and go, just like your sister. Hi, Lindsay. Been a while actually. Been a few weeks.
I nearly signed off with it last week. I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, your own sister. Ugh. David.
Ah.
David. You like why do you like cup?
I think it's easier than
Is it like pint?
1,000 millilitres, like I don't know.
Yeah, like pint. We don't know how many mils are in a pint, do we? Well, we do 5, 6, 8. But
a pint sounds good as well. You only get a pint, just a pint.
How much do you want a pint?
And you can visualise a pint because it's so just like ingrained into us.
Yeah, a cup doesn't sound quite the same though.
Because cup's kind of like all over the place.
A little cup of flour, a little cup of water.
1 cup.
A pinch of salt. I fucking hate that. How big's a pinch?
Depends how big your hand is.
How much salt do you want in it? Just tell me exactly how much salt to put in it. A dash of this. Fuck off.
With cooking you can do that.
What,
with baking, it's way more precise.
Yeah.
So with cooking, yeah, you can.
And there is a difference, everyone, between cooking and baking. This is Cookery with David Vaughan.
There is.
Carry on.
I remember me and Leanne had a bakery competition, and it was
just for fun on a Tuesday.
No, it's just because her stepmother was really good at baking, and Leanne was like, "Oh, I'm just going to eyeball everything." I went, "You've already lost." Right. And I got autistic with it, and I made the best cake. And she blind taste tested it because her stepmom's a baker. She's proper good at it. Blind taste it, and I fucking won hands down. And Leanne goes, "Why did mine come out shit?" I was like, because you said.
Because I'm David Vaughan and I followed the rules.
I did follow the rules, yeah.
To the milliliter.
To the cup.
How many cups were in it?
I don't know.
Did you use cups as a measurement?
No, I don't think so. No.
What kind of cake was it?
It's just a Victoria sponge, mate. It's not too hard. But despite the fucking consistency, I fucking love a vanilla sponge.
Yeah.
What's your favourite cake? Mine's red velvet. She wore blue velvet.
I was going to say cupcake, but then I was
You're a
thinking about
lemon man,
the
aren't
farts
you?
in the bed.
You're a lemon cake, aren't you?
Do you know that just because you know me, or do you know that because
I
you're
looked
just
you up
looking
and
at
down
me?
right now, and I know you're a lemon cake.
I do love a lemon cake, you know.
Bit of carrot cake, maybe.
Yeah, no, I like a carrot cake. I'm not.
ginger.
I'm not. Yeah, only around my bollocks these days. I don't. I'm okay with chocolate cake. I will eat chocolate cake, but it does get sickly on me.
Red velvet's different. Like it is the flavour of chocolate, isn't it? But
Is
it's
this the
red.
most British conversation ever?
No.
Is this more British than
Britain now?
Britain now? Is this more British than kettles being measured in cups? But then I suppose, yeah, if it's just the American way.
No, the American way is to bomb Middle Eastern countries.
Yeah. We measure our kettles in cups and we bomb the Middle East.
I just think of like whenever I think about the American situation, I just think of like Team America.
America. Just literally decimated an area.
Yeah.
And America's like,
Yeah.
you're welcome. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we've got nothing left. Yeah.
It's so good, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. Fun.
America.
What if they just decide? What if America just decide they want to bomb us?
No, but they won't because of the special relationship.
Why? What kind of relationship do we have?
I don't know. It's like a fascination, isn't it? We're like their little pets.
We are their little lap dogs.
Yeah, it'd be like you wouldn't shoot your dog in the face, would you?
You wouldn't steal a car.
You wouldn't shoot, but you literally wouldn't shoot your dog in the face. You might put your dog down if your dog was ill. Like if if our economy starts tanking and like everything just goes tits up and like everyone's feral and like everything's gone wrong, no one's drinking tea anymore. America might be like, do you know what? We'll
Starmer
we'll
tell
take
us to
him to the
prepare
vets.
for war.
We'll take him to the vets and we'll nuke him.
Isn't Starmer telling us to prepare for war?
Is Starmer telling us anything? Is he doing anything? Is he really doing anything?
Do you not think he sounds a bit like Brian Badondi?
I
Hello,
think
Kev Starmer here.
it does. Yeah,
It does sound a bit like Brian Badondi. We also prepare for war.
I thought he was a relatively good speaker until you said that, and I'm like, oh no, he is.
You're going to hear Brian
fucking-
Badondi now.
He is a bit pathetic, isn't he?
We should all prepare for war.
But there was no better. There was no better candidate, was there?
I don't know, James.
Because Rishi Sunak is so fucking meek, and he's got like weak shoulders, right? Not one leader looks like a strong, like capable leader that's actually gonna deliver us through World War III. Sponsored by Budweiser and Gillette.
Who do we send for? You know when they do the sign-ups, I think everybody with a the first to go. I think anybody who's badged up.
Well, the Stone Island crew.
Stone Island, they're ready.
I saw a lad in
They're ready to
Tesco
go.
today. Stone Island jumper, Lonsdale trackies, and he was spinning a bottle of mayonnaise round. He will be on the front line,
Ready to go. Get him on.
bashing in Russians.
Boom.
No problem.
They're signing up straight away.
Yeah.
Who else?
Um,
I'll go round every Weatherspoons, I think, and just start rounding those ones up.
I don't know if they'd actually want to. Would they?
It's not about wanting to go, mate. Get them gone.
Just folly, fodder, cannon fodder.
On the front lines.
Yeah.
Britain now.
Well, I mean, they'd be up for it.
Up for it.
I think
up
they-
for scrap and all.
Well, you've got to pitch it to them correctly, haven't you? Be like, what you got to think about is, do you want Britain tomorrow,
Or do you want it?
or do you want Britain now? And they're like, well, I want it now.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
of course,
go-
now.
Well, go and take it then. You'll go
Well,
to
go
Russia. You'll go to Russia. You've got to take it now. It's Britain now.
And then they're there. They're ready to go.
Yeah, World War
Do you know-
III brought to you by Britain now.
I would go and get on a plane and fight a foreign country if it was fair. But you see those
What do you mean?
you see those Ukrainian videos on TikTok where
Yeah,
they're
they've got
like,
Wi-Fi.
no, but they
It's
got
not fair.
no. What I mean is there's fucking drones now.
Oh, yeah. You can't fight a drone.
How am I winning again? I'm in my bunker and you just hear.
Yeah.
Because there are those videos online of Ukrainian and Russians sitting in a bunker and they get their phones out, fear of God in their eyes,
Yeah, this is a
whilst you just
drone.
hear a.
Yeah.
And you're just like in your like bunker with your like camouflage tent over, and he's just like, "This is the moment I could." Like, how you're not popping out and popping that drone, are you? Like some kind of movie. That drone's coming at you like fucking 70 miles. That is not fair.
Do you remember
How is
that
that
old-
fair warfare?
Do you remember that old Navy SEALs advert or whatever it was, where it's like a guy like all painted up, and he's creeping through like a bog, and then he like turns.
They make it look cool, don't
It's like
they?
he turns, and there's like a guy there with like buck teeth, and he's like, oh, and he like catches him, and he's like got the gun on him and that, and he like makes him surrender. But now it'd be like that, but like a drone's flying in, and he's got a big fly swat, like trying to just fucking knock
That's
the
how they're
drone out the
campaign.
sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it'd be whole. I could imagine the American version.
What are they super gluing onto drones then, like bombs and that?
I'll probably fly a drone.
Well, you could do that from the comfort of your own home.
Give me an Xbox.
War
controller.
from home. Exactly.
War from home.
War from home. I'm warring from home today.
What's the WFH?
Works. Yeah, I'm not working. I'm not working from home. I'm warring from home, mate. I'm flying my drones into Russian air. I'm flying my drones into Russian airspace, and I'm warring from home actually today.
Why?
Not feeling too good today, boss. I don't think I can make it to Russia. I'll war from home if it's all right with you. If it's the same with you.
Imagine if I just calling your fucking general up. Yeah, I just can't pick up the gun today.
We're on Putin, are we?
I'll just log in.
I'll war from home. Yeah,
I'll just get on the old Xbox controller.
I'll make sure I keep my emails open.
Yeah. Just let me know where I've got to fly today and just fucking. I'll do that.
I mean, to be fair, do you think that's going to be the kind of careers of a lot of people? I've got a mate who's actually kind of like a professional cinematographer, but like he does.
Oh
drone,
no, they're getting called.
He does drone cinematography. I mean, in fact, Rob Nicholson, he's a drone pilot. He can drone. Maybe he's getting called up. Maybe he's warring from home.
Warring from home is a crazy statement. I'm so glad we got there comically.
Yes,
I was trying to find the funny in that, and you've nailed it. Warring from home.
Thank God for that, eh?
Just not like, just the idea of you're not going into war today.
Yeah. No, I'm not going into war.
Not
going into war
from
today,
home.
boss. Yeah. Be there. Oh, see how I feel tomorrow. Yeah, fucking hell.
Why is it funny to me and it's not funny at all? It's just this noise. That it's gonna be the most, like, you could imagine like survivors of World War III being like 80, 90.
Yeah.
Granddad, what do you remember the war? And he just in his head PTSD, like
Just
fucking,
the drone.
the kids playing with drones because they're going to be everywhere in like if we survive that long in like the next 50 years. There's going to be drones everywhere. It's just men with PTSD, just like get that fucking drone away from me.
I think a lot of it as well is going to probably be the Netflix sound, the big N.
Why do you
as they war from home and they've got like Netflix on in the background and
it
just
could be a trigger
endless,
or
endless repeats of the same.
Or that what's the Microsoft
shows.
Teams noise? That dread's done it. I've heard that one.
Yeah.
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 Fuck.
It's been a while since I've had that, actually, to be fair.
It's weird trigger. Mine's the Fiverr noise now because Fiverr does have like a little
Does
sound. Yeah, and I'm like,
Oh, I know what that means.
I'm gaming away, and I'm like, right,
Gotta
I've
interact
got
with
my
somebody,
amends done. It's 8 o'clock. I really don't want to be working anymore. And you just get like, and you're like, it is a as well. It's one of those, and you're like, and you're just praying it's a new message or something from somebody who wants a video, not like, yeah, we've gone through the amends. Honestly, I'm dealing with a client today that's like really just rude, just quite rude. I'm like, there's no like back and forth. It's just like,
I hope they're watching this. To be fair, fuck you. Fuck you. I'll say it because you won't be able to.
No,
you're not a
God
client.
bless.
You're not a client of mine. Fuck you. Let him play his games. Right? He's done your amends. What more do you want? Fuck you.
They said, can you please prioritize our work? And I'm like, oh,
Suck
sorry.
me, suck me, daddy.
Like, there's no like. I think it's quite an English thing because it's sometimes it's like a language barrier, but like I like a bit of like. Am I wrong for liking a bit of back and forth? Like, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're really good.
No,
got
nice.
Got
cheers
this
are good.
idea. Blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, certainly,
Yeah.
I can help you with that. Yeah, thank you for the response. And no, this was like need job, and I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So what I do is now, because I used to give quite a bit.
Not
like,
treating you like a human being, there, David.
Exactly. What I used to do was kind of give a lot, like, oh, hello, thank you. But now what I do is, because I learned this quite quickly, is mirror. So I just mirror their behavior. Go, this like just very bold back. Just mirror their behavior, and I think that goes.
This is like a guide for anybody on the slightly autistic spectrum. This is how to.
Yeah, because I used to
navigate.
give, man. I used to give everything, like, and then these people take advantage of you, and you're like, why am I just like giving all of my niceties to them, and they're just taking.
And that's how to get
and then,
forth in business,
and then they leave you a poor review after just like you've done 7 amends,
yeah.
and then you've done.
They neg you.
And then neg you.
Yeah.
How are we getting on? And I'm like, I've told you it's coming tomorrow, like, and you've messaged me an hour.
I'm actually
later.
busy warring from home right now. Can you get back to me later?
They think their project is the only project that you have. They just think that's what they believe. Like, how's it coming along?
They don't know that you're currently flying a drone through Russia at high speed.
I did want to get into like drone racing. I don't know if you've ever seen that on YouTube.
No, I haven't. But
Mate,
it sounds like
you got your drones.
You know Star Wars Episode 1, the Phantom
pod
Menace?
racing.
Sounds a bit like pod racing.
It's working. Great.
I would say great film.
That was probably my favorite film of all the Star Wars. Like,
Genuinely did love that film.
yeah, I'm not even.
Yeah.
I don't know why we've got smirks on our faces
Because everybody slags it, don't they?
they do. They hate
The Star Wars.
prequels.
The Star Wars fans really did not like Jar Jar Binks.
I mean, I don't like
But
Jar Jar.
I think Jar Jar Binks
Jar Jar.
is possibly the best character.
I mean, you're just rage baited now.
Yeah, probably the best character that Star Wars ever. The universe.
What was
of
your
Star
favorite
Wars.
Star Wars characters? Genuinely.
Well, I liked Jar Jar Binks.
No, you didn't.
I
Stop
did.
rage baiting.
Let me just throw you back a little bit to 1999, right? There was a Jar Jar Binks toy that came with a particular box of cereal. Maybe it was Cocoa Pops, but he had a long sticky tongue,
I remember this.
and you could.
Was it just his head?
It was his head, and he had a long sticky tongue,
Fuck.
and you could like flick the tongue at stuff, and it would like wrap round stuff, and then like bring it back to you.
I forgot about this, man.
But after a while, like the tongue does get kind of dirty. You have to like clean it, and
And then it loses its stick.
yeah, then you have to like re-stick it. Like
Wait, how did you re-sticky it?
I don't want to talk about it. But you have to make it like re-sticky by like covering it in Pritt Stick or cum or whatever you've got your hands on as a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was so. I wasn't not a fan of Jar Jar Binks. I did enjoy that because of the
Ooh,
toy.
me so sticky.
Yeah.
Me
so cummy, my tongue so cummy. I can't do his voice very well, sorry. But I mean, he just disappeared, didn't he? After that episode 1, he became kind of like an important ambassador to like.
Do you know there's a
somebody,
whole...
and he just fucking went away, and you could edit him out of the film.
Yeah. There's a whole... it's not conspiracy. It's... there's a whole theory, a fan theory, that he is like the ultimate Sith Lord, and he orchestrated the whole thing. And at first...
I've heard this, and I kind of like it, yeah.
At first, you go... Because I did this, I went, fuck off. And then I watched the 20-minute documentary that someone made on YouTube. I'm like...
Of course, there's a 20-minute
I'm
documentary.
like going, huh?
No, he could have done, yeah.
No,
he could've done,
actually...
Yeah.
Oh, I believe that.
Mm.
And then you just got George Lucas sat there going...
George Lucas is like, this is not the world I created. We don't care, George.
It's not canon!
You sold it to Disney.
He sold him.
Yeah.
He sold him out.
You sold it to Disney, George. Why would you do
and
that?
now it's...
Why would you do that, George?
My boy, have you taken over the Star Wars universe? Yes, father. I'm working on it. I'm currently doing Marvel. I first took Sony and now Marvel.
This is getting silly, David. I'm going to Glastonbury tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's actually tomorrow.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, if you're listening to this, I'll already be at Glastonbury. Come and see me if you're there. I can't imagine why you'd be walking around Glastonbury listening to a fucking podcast. But if you are, I'll see you there. Any final business, David?
I'm going to try
today?
sneak in, and I'm going to do a whole video, and it's going to be one of these YouTubers like sneaking into Glasgow to see my
Mate.
best mate, DJ.
It's a very different festival to what it was, I think, Glastonbury these days. I'll give you a full update on it when I get back next week.
I'm going to put myself in a horse like that YouTuber. did.
Trojan horse your way in.
He did that.
Mate, Bracknell's come in. Me and Bracknell are going to be there.
Well, mate, I'd love to, but you can't get tickets.
Well, get yourself in a mite of football or something. Come in. I'm Steve Bracknell's ball boy.
Bracknell's doing.
I'm here
Bits,
I'm here
mate.
playing for Royal Oak. Yeah, Bracknell's doing
Is
bits,
Bracknell
mate.
hooking up with you, or
We'll be DJing with him on Saturday. He's
Okay.
doing an indie hour.
good DJ?
Well,
Oh,
we're about to find out. I don't know if he's ever done it before.
I'm sure he has.
But yeah, he's doing an hour of indie on the Saturday, between 5 and 6, I think.
How do you mix indie music?
You don't. You just play.
You
song,
just
you play
there we
song
go.
after song.
Fade in, fade out.
Yeah, he's gonna play Oasis and all that shit. It'd be good.
Whenever, I don't know why, but I've got that song on here. Dun, 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 dun,
Stone Roses.
dun, 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 dun. What did they sing, him and John McClure, recently?
Both former guests.
If you want it.
It's Sonnet by The Verve.
I saw that video. I was like, banging song, and then
My
I fucking
friend and me. Yeah.
the music
Very
video,
chill.
very weird.
The Verve's music video for that song. I've never seen. Have I
It's
seen
like
it?
it's a weird like 90s.
Is it in a room?
Well, yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
futuristic. It zooms in, and you're just like a bit odd, but it was of its time.
Iconic though, Bittersweet Symphony video, isn't it? Where he's walking down the street and the like
That
cars
one's
crash next to him
iconic.
and everything.
Yeah, that one's sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Who directed that?
We need to look it up.
Fuck, I'm gonna need to
Yeah.
go down a bit of a rabbit hole tonight. I can feel it.
Right, we'll circle back next week. We love you all. Thanks for tuning in. War from home, and I'm not feeling very well today, boss. I'll have to. I'll see you next week. I'll catch you next week on the front lines.
Peace and love, guys. Circle back next week. We don't need to war. We need to love.
And kiss and fuck
Yeah,
and hug.
starting here.